Early in the season, terrific Mark Hampson.
And Hampson's running wood all over the place at the moment. He's trailing in, not an effective kick, but he is running hard, and it might be a tactic to actually try and run the only Collingwood designated ruckman around early in the match.
Carlton's field kickings let them down a bit early. Every time they've gone forward, they've missed a target.
Hampson, first hand to it. Swan towards half forward, going back, trying to judge the flight, but Austin missed it. A push in the back on Joseph. He'll get the free kick.
He was trying to pretend to handball it out, so he obviously didn't think he deserved the free kick.
Still doesn't want to pick it up. Now he plays on wide of the mark. Scotland looks up the middle. Man coming towards him is Grigg. Awkward kick though, staying on his feet. Shaw played it well. Kicks back inside the forward 50. Lockyer all the time in the world. Needed a tad more. Misses.
That was just where Greg has got the defensive role on Shaw. He really had to just make a hard lead into the centre square, but he just wasn't sure whether to really go or stay with Shaw, and in which case he's got to know when to attack the footy and when to stay with Shaw. That is the difficult job of being a defensive forward.
It was a dangerous kick, wasn't it, from Scotland? I mean, Collingwood were always going to be in a good position if they could turn it over. So Austin. Dawes has been in a lot of contests early. Hampson, it was a poor kick there again, and then Wood, then back to Pendlebury, then back to Sidebottom, to Barham. They're two of the three inclusions for Collingwood tonight. A little one to Johnson, the job on Judd, ambitious handball to Pendlebury. They're trying to draw Carlton towards them here, and then Johnson, well, that's a Didac type kick, and he kicked it to Didac. Davis gets on the end of it from Lockyer, finds some space, leans back, and, well, I was going to say caresses at home, but he doesn't. He hits the post.
Look, he almost kicked the goal, but almost isn't enough when you miss a handball target. Alan Tuvey was running directly at goal, about 10 metres in front of him. It was probably a missed opportunity there.
Scotland into the path of Bauer. Runs it up towards the wing. Can go again. Decides to kick though. On the move across half forward, Russell cleared him. Brown gets back. Russell comes at him. Hand pass ill-directed. Misses Tuvey and goes out of bounds. Collingwood with the big start, but a couple of posters.
Arms up. Might be just that Brown and Cruiser will ruck, and when Cruiser goes on the ball, Brown might go with him, Bucks. They just might make it one-on-one in the two big fellas at the moment.
Hampson decisively, Beams though, robbed of it, finding a way through. Wonderful stuff. Judd kicks inside the forward 50. Fev had a run at them, didn't leave the ground. Shaw gets back. Classy fumble.
Fumble for goals.
Yes, he did, umpire. Apparently.
Right there, Brendan.
Remember when coaches hate players who could fumble. Now it comes in handy at times. Here's Shaw. O'Brien in the defensive 50.
Goes to centre wing. Medhurst has just come on the ground. Scotland, good tackling then by Medhurst. Scotland did well. Then a Russell had the handball on to Gibbs and didn't use him, interestingly. And then wobbles it forward. Betts went forward. And O'Brien played it well. O'Brien. Gibbs' half body was brilliant. Just misses Murphy. Murphy keeps his head over the top with Beams. Good contest. Down to you, Tim.
Well, Ben Johnson's having a spell now. Dale Thomas has actually come onto the ground. He's replaced him and gone straight to Chris Judd. So they're doing a two-man rotation on Judd.
Here's the bounce then. 40 minutes out. Carlton's attacking goal. Judd lost it. Beams missed it. Thomas just lurking. Shaw. Beams again. Brown. Lockyer is breaking. Kick goes in that direction. Lockyer lets it bounce. Always dangerous. Got the obliging bounce. Barham came back to Lockyer. Interesting, Jackson Barham's got custody of the family moustache this weekend. Got it out of the safe. Kick comes in from Beams. Fisted away by Austin. Taken in front by Gibbs. Well judged. Bauer slips a hand pass away. Johnson, right half back. Maxwell.
Yeah, Bauer was terrific a moment ago. Tuvey. Dangerous kick. Judd able to get there, but Thomas getting onto it and then pokes it to full forward. No mark. Carazzo. Well done, Barham. Barham goes for goal and kicks the first of the night.
And that really was a reward for dominance in the first 8 minutes of this game. Collingwood really have dominated possession, 45-24. They've gone inside 57 times. There's probably been a few 50-50 free kicks that have gone Carlton's way in that they haven't been paid. That one on Carazzo on Medhurst was one, but great crumb there, or intercept by Barham, and the ability to kick straight. Well done.
As I mentioned before, both Johnson and Thomas appear to be rotating against Chris Judd. Now, they're both really keen. As soon as Collingwood break and the ball gets into their half, they're really keen to try and exploit Judd and present themselves.
Play restarts then. Knocked down by Hampson. Rolls out the back. Thomas on his knees did well this side bottom. Was it Cloak? It was Cloak who drove it inside the forward 50. Anthony came up. O'Brien, was he pushed in the back? No. Anthony lays a strong tackle on Johnson, and the umpire will draw it up.
Goal square, Rhino. You're going in, yep. Straight back out, guys. Clear it out. Let him run.
Cruiser. Davis got a hand to it. Houlihan picks it up. High ball, O'Brien with courage. Bounced off his chest. Could have been taken high. Wonderful. Harry O'Brien spears it back to the middle. Side bottom, a little chip inside the 50. Thomas. He can go, Thomas. Kicks across his body and splits the middle.
Well, the situation is going to give Chris Judd a bit to think about. And when all of a sudden your opponent is prepared to run hard into open space, it's the opposite pressure. Normally the tagger who won't leave your side, that's a hassle. You're not going to get any uncontested ball, but the ability to defend when Collingwood have the ball is going to be a very important part tonight of Chris Judd's game.
Dale Thomas with a goal on Chris Judd there. Between he and Ben Johnson, Judd's opponents, in the first 10 minutes of the game, they've had 9 touches. So the idea is to rotate heavily on the Carlton superstar and make him defend, which he hasn't been able to do today.
Cloak wins the handball, and then Swan's careful little kick. Johnson on hands and knees. Second effort very, very good. Couldn't quite control in the end. Murphy back to Scotland. Scotland found some time. The ex-Magpie. Fair way. Backtracking now when we're talking about Scotland and the black and whites, aren't we? But he was a good player for Collingwood before he came over to Carlton.
Thumbs up.
Cruiser and Dawes, Gibbs winning it, and then breaking clear, and brilliant mark by Favola.
That's a cracker, isn't it? Oh. You take one of those every couple of hundred, let alone 100. That's a phenomenal mark, and a great bit of play here by Bryce Gibbs to get free.
You do ask why it wasn't just he didn't slide into a conventional chest mark, because he couldn't quite reach it. That's why.
Yeah.
He's full of tricks, isn't he? Kicked it beautifully, fair, hit the post. Not the first time he's hit the post at the MCG this year, but he did kick that well, and I think he thought it was going to be a goal. Well, a spectacular bit of play. Didn't quite finish the way he wanted it, but boy, it got us going.
Deserved a goal. Shaw to himself, and then drives it shy of the wing. Hartlett was up, didn't touch the footy, lurking behind Medhurst, trying to find a way through Pendlebury. It's coming back to Medhurst. No.
Back, stop.
Medhurst wide of the mark, allowed to go. Side bottom, likely tied to half forward. Johnson had it fisted away from behind. Austin did well, just reaching over his man, not infringing, getting it out of bounds.
Nothing off the ball. Let him run.
Just another night at the Oval Office. Leaving the ball behind Murphy. Houlihan got there eventually. Russell drives it down towards half forward. Shaw in 2 minds, stayed off. Grigg, Betts, Yaron went looking for Betts again. Wide of the mark. Well done, Tuvey. Head